Next one I'll get into is the smoky scamorza. This little cute little duck shaped kind of wheel, or not wheel, cheese is one of the most unique shapes. We always get comments on the funny shape. And like I said, we actually sell it with the rope attached. We're the only producer that I know of that's actually selling the cheese in a way that you can actually hang it and continue, if you'd like, to dry the cheese or age it for a day or two in your kitchen, if you will. And that would be typical of how it would be done in the Italian tradition. This cheese can be out in the air. It has a natural rind which protects it from any type of contamination, and it's perfectly safe to eat it at room temperature. In fact, all of our cheeses should be enjoyed at room temperature. It was one of the things that my mentors were so adamant about, in that the cultures and the recipes that were historically from Italy were enjoyed at room temperature, not refrigeration temperatures. And so all of the full flour, the flavor and the flour, the aroma of the cheeses should be enjoyed at room temperature. So let your cheese warm up, let it hang out for a few hours. I saw that quite a bit. And at first it was a little alarming, but the flavors that result will soon confirm that it's the proper way to eat cheese. Let it sit out a bit. This one, I like to cut the head of the cheese off first. Kind of a fun fact for scamorza, the word itself is based on the Italian word scamozza, which means hangman or beheaded. So there is some kind of a dark past with this little cheese here. So we've got a much firmer texture, and that's from the aging process. As you can see, it's much drier, and the color is different from the fresh mozzarella, from whence it came. This cheese actually came from the same vat, if you will, of fresh mozzarella. So it's a close cousin. Like I said, you're going to have a similar texture in that you'll actually see the strands of the pasta filata, that stretched curd kind of going throughout the cheese as you peel it apart. So I always like to say scamorza is the original string cheese, or the adult string cheese. I'm just going to peel it apart. I love to do this. But you really get a picture of the stretch and what that looks like as you kind of dissect the cheese. You'll see the swirling within of that sort of string cheese texture, and you can literally peel it out like string cheese. And that's the characteristic of pasta filata that you're looking for. That's the art, really, and it's quite tasty as well. Oh, this was great. Balanced smoke. Again, we try to go lighter on the smoke. It's a real wood smoke. We don't use any liquid smoke, and that was something, again, just across the board. We really believe in using natural approach and traditional approach to cheese making. If there's a way to use your milk without fortifying with calcium chloride or whatever it needs to be, we believe that that's the right way to do that. And that was the way I was taught. We have a very good high quality milk on the farm, and we literally add nothing to it other than the salt, the culture, the rennet, and the passion. That's it. We use our milk straight off the farm. It's pasteurized milk. It's not manipulated in any way. And that is true Farmstead cheese. There should be no standardization of the milk if it's of a very high quality. And certainly we have the butter fat and the protein, very high levels. So the flavor of the scamorza coats your mouth. The butter fat coats your mouth and leaves you with just a beautiful finish. The finish of the cheese, other than mozzarella's, obviously, is the other greatest way, in my opinion, to judge the quality of the milk that was made to make it. After you finish that cheese and swallowed in 30 seconds, 2 minutes later, is that a pleasant sensation, a pleasant experience still that you're left with? And if it is, then you can pretty much be rest assured the milk that cheese was made with was superior quality, extremely high quality. And the scamorza, I'm looking for a very light smoke flavor, and then that finish should just really carry on again as a pleasant thing to go about with my day. And it certainly is. It tastes like a bit like a campfire.
We had one question, and that was on the Scamorza's rind. Is it, what is it, and is it edible?
Great question. The Scamorza rind is an edible rind. It's a totally natural rind. There's no waxes, no coatings. It's just basically a dehydrated layer of cheese, very thin, that forms a protective casing that adds a nice texture to the bite and actually a nice dimension to the flavor. So yes, totally edible. Please enjoy your whole Scamorza, other than the rope.
Okay. What do you usually pair with it? What do you put up with that cheese?
The Scamorza, especially the smoked Scamorza, I really like with beer in particular. I find the smokiness, and even on the unsmoked Scamorza, I really prefer to enjoy like a pilsner, a crisp beer, like a pilsner or a hefeweizen, and even an IPA. All beers really kind of go well with that smoky flavor. It almost feels like you're eating a piece of jerky. I hope you guys get a chance to try these cheeses sometime. We really feel special to be offering them to the Pacific Northwest. And we feel very proud again to be crafting these all in the most traditional way that we can and providing you kind of a whole line from fresh mozzarella to scamorza, Asiago, Fontina, provolone, and obviously even the round bale. So you can enjoy your Italian-based meals, whether it's cooking with them or enjoying a glass of wine with your friends and a cheese plate. We hope that we can provide something for your table. Please give us a shot. Thank you.